Hi everyone. In this series of talks we're going to be discussing control or the lack thereof. And in this first class we'll talk about bodily control. So when I was talking about physiological or biological time, I mentioned that our body has many internal clocks and they regulate our bodies to maintain a homeostatic state. So functions such as breathing and heartbeat and salivation and digestion are all controlled without any conscious intent on our part. And it's a good thing, because if we actually had to think about all of that, we really wouldn't have time for anything else. So in the meantime, there are things that we can control, such as when we want to pick up a fork, our brain sends an electrical impulse to our hand, and then we're able to manipulate our fingers to pick up the fork. And that's the same with doing things such as running or walking. Of course, there are limitations. None of us will ever run as fast as Usain Bolt, or we may want our hair to be curly and we want to be taller. Those things we don't have any control over. Or even something like sleep. Our body may really require sleep, but somehow our mind is tossed and turned and we're just not able to go to sleep at all. Or we may wish to eat less, control our appetite. And that's a very hard thing for some people, and it just doesn't happen. And so there are limitations to what we can control with our body. Our body does have its own clock in terms of how it ages. We are growing older and the body is changing, and there's literally nothing we can do about it, although people have been searching for the elixir of youth forever, and scientists are assiduously working on it as we speak. We still don't have any resolution to the fact that we will one day die. And so there is an impermanence to our body the way there is an impermanence to everything. And in the book that I mentioned earlier, called Solve for Happy by Gawdat, he says it's important to understand that we are not our body in the way that we think we are, because our body has been through so many changes, since we were born and we were little babies, and then we grew into teenagers and adults. And in that time, we've grown taller and maybe heavier, and our hair has changed, and our cells are regenerating all the time. Our skin cells regenerate every 3 weeks. So we're constantly changing. And so it's important to understand that there is this person that's you, and then there is your body. So I like to look at my body as a significant other, like we are in a very long-term relationship. It is a vessel through which I'm able to express my form, and it needs my care and consideration. And so I try and take extremely good care of it. I listen to it. I'm in a dialogue with it. There are times where I've been in my yoga class with 80 people and I thought, I think I can just jump up into handstand right now. And then my body sends me a signal that maybe that wouldn't be such a good idea. And I listen to it. And there are times where my body would say, it really is time to go to the gym, Heather. We haven't been in like a week, and I really need to work out. And my mind just says, I can't drag myself there. And so then I have a little conversation and I go, I promise I'll go tomorrow. So it is very important to understand that there is this dance that we're in with this vessel, this body, that it's up to us to listen to and take care of and understand its limitations, understand what we have control over and what we don't, and then take good care of it. I know when we're a lot younger, we seem to have this ability to abuse it and recover quite generously. If we're out till 4 in the morning and we've had too much to drink, you don't feel too bad the next day. But as you get older, you really can't keep that up. So again, it's about listening to your body, understanding its limitations, where you have control and where you don't have to control, and participate in this wonderful dance that you both can enjoy life together through each other, and support each other and care for each other, and understand its limitations. So it can be a beautiful thing. So in our next class, we're going to talk about control or lack of in terms of our external environment or the randomness that rules our lives. So I look forward to meeting with you then. Thank you so much.